Jesus saying, I am the door. That seems to be a little bit of a twist. Is that correct? Because he's saying, I am the shepherd. I enter also, but I am the door. That's to say, in the Father's wisdom, he has secured the sheep within the perimeters where the only way to have legitimate access is by the shepherd. So the shepherd, who is the only one who has the weight, because it is by him that the sheep exists. Do you understand? And it is his revelation that is the pasture for the sheep. It is in that one that the sheep is secured. It is in him you live, you move, and have your being. Now Jesus is saying that this protocol is so established that when I showed up, I followed the protocol too. So I entered in by the door. Are you listening to me? The only way I can describe this to you is if you have been to a bank before, there's a very unique door in the bank. Is that correct? And there's something that happens in that door. To pass through that door, there has to be an examination. The examination seeks to see that you agree with the security protocols around a bank. So if there's anything in your vessel that is not allowed, the back door will open so that you go back. Do you understand? So when you enter the door, what happens is an examination begins to see if you comply with the check systems that would give you entry into all of the activities of the bank. If you carry anything that is suspicious, you will not be granted entry. Jesus said when he showed up, he subjected himself even to that protocol. So you will see him say that the prince of this world cometh. When he comes, he will find nothing in me, because he's coming as, I don't want to say a pure sample, but as the definition, as the standard for purity. Amen. So he's saying that I am the shepherd, I am the door. That when people coming through me, this is what happens, is that they are saved. They are saved. Then they find pasture. It's on the strength of that, the stature that rises because you keep finding pasture. Then you have authority to go in and out. That in and out thing does not say you lived. No, that's not it. There's a deeper communication going on there. Do you understand? But your motions, your service motions will be dependent on how established you are as one who has passed through the examination protocol, who has entered into all of his expectations for one who is saved and who is feeding on correct pasture. Then he says, whoever does not enter in by the door, the same is a thief and a robber. I've always known John 10:10, but it worried me when I began to look at John 10:10 in this context, because when he says that the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy, he's making reference to the entry that Satan now has, because some people attempt to represent the shepherd without the check system. Do you understand? Because he says whoever has come before me is the same as a thief. When I show up, the sheep, they know my voice, they hear me, and they follow me. What this means is, if we are having so many services, so many church meetings, so many gatherings, and it does not look like the sheep know his voice, it means that everything that we are doing as shepherding is only an expression of the thief. Because our job is to properly represent him so that the sheep finds the shepherd and they increasingly grow in oneness with him.